His sold-out crowd is on its feet tonight here in St. Louis, Missouri.
These fans are so excited, I'm having a hard time staying in my own seat myself.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started.
Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well, and having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Hey, it's pretty insightful for a guy who's never wrestled a match in his life.
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight.
1.
Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing. I don't even like to think about where we'd be if they didn't.
Well, we wouldn't be sitting here calling this match, that's for sure.
3.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next. And here's a little something for the fans. That's why they love him.
Who cares what they think? All he's doing here is giving his opponent a chance to recover.
1.
These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people...
Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there. And there's the counter. I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you got that kind of hype, it's tough to live up to expectation, but these superstars aren't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't, and that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind. This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting paychecks.
Well, I don't think we'll have to worry about selling tickets the next time we come back here. Not after a match like this.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Rope break.
I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
I cannot remember the last time I've seen a crowd this pumped up.
I know what you mean, partner. These superstars have really brought the fans to life here tonight.
The word giant gets thrown around a lot, but the great Khali is the real deal.
He sure is. I can't even be...
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Nothing costs you a match quicker than overconfidence.
What are you talking about? I see a dominant superstar who's rallying this capacity crowd behind him.
One.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
I know the internet loves CM Punk. The kid is overrated.
I don't know about that. It's hard to argue with tens of thousands of screaming WWE fans.
Who's arguing? I'm right. They're wrong. End of discussion.
Rope break.
I know I say this a lot, but it ain't ballet. You step between those ropes, you better be prepared to take some punishment.
And to dish some out as well. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar win a match by being a tackling dummy.
One.
These superstars have proven time and again that they're willing and able to go the distance.
Well, you don't get too far in this business if you're not.
That's for sure, partner. There's always someone right behind you, ready to overtake you if you can't keep up.
You can show off for the crowd if you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. Look at these superstars go. It's obvious that they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they had.
90% of a match is in the preparation. You gotta come in ready for battle. As long as these superstars have got anything left in the tank, they'll keep going at it.
They certainly don't look like they're going to give anything less than 100% here tonight.
When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I didn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner some other time. I hate to admit it, but when I look at superstars like the great Khali, part of me is glad I'm not an active competitor.
Are you seriously admitting that the great Khali intimidates you?
Don't put words in my mouth.
Oh no, here comes that giant chop of his.
That's a move that'll knock you out cold, if you're lucky.
And here's the cover.
1, 2, 3.
These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say that everybody wins so that nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
It really sticks in my craw that CM Punk makes a big deal about being straight edge, like that makes him better than the rest of us.
I don't think that's his opinion at all. And if he does think that he's better than anyone else, I'm sure it's because of his confidence and his abilities, not his lifestyle choices.
It's crazy to think that we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a better broadcast partner and save the company some money at the same time.
Keep it up, and you're going to find out exactly how tough it is to do this job with your jaw wired shut.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
2.
Wow, great reversal. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future, he's got his opponent in the turnbuckle, and here comes the punches.
I think he's teaching the crowd to count to 10, and by the looks of them, some of them could use that. Boy, this is not the way I thought this match was going to go at all.
And that's what makes the WWE so exciting. The unpredictability of the superstars. You never quite know exactly what you're going to see.
This match proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
I can't help but agree, partner. You won't see action like this on Raw.
Even if you did, you'd have to hear about puppies and government mules and scalded dogs. It's like a zoo over there. Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match, and the fans are definitely into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
Rope break.
Look at the fire in the eyes of the great Khali. He's here to make an impact.
Yeah, well, that's not hard to do when you're a 7-foot monster. This one's going to keep going until someone can't go anymore.
And considering the conditioning of these athletes, that could be quite a while from now.
What a match. I've got no idea what these superstars are going to do next.
That makes...
Look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
There's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears shed in that ring over the years.
And if these superstars have their way, there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed a great show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
My loyalty is to SmackDown, but I admit that I wish we could steal CM Punk to our roster.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
Ugh.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. What a counter that was!
One.
Look at this! No fear on the face of this superstar.
Yeah, but that kind of thing's not going to win you the match. Yeah, that's just great. Why don't you just quit showing off and get down to business?
He is getting down to business. He's in the sports entertainment business, isn't he? Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle. An injured superstar is like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, this superstar is all fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah? Well, one mistake and we're going to see that fire put out pronto. You can imagine the tension between the competitors right now. Well, you could if you had ever actually been in a match.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off of these superstars.
Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now. How do you approach a match with someone like the great Khali?
Well, part of the problem is there aren't any guys like him. All you can do is just keep moving and don't let him get his hands on you.
And I can only imagine that that's a lot easier said than done. He must take up at least a quarter of the ring as it is. I can honestly say that I don't think I've ever seen a superstar as exciting and dynamic as CM Punk.
Come on. He's nothing but a tattooed moron with delusions of grandeur.
That might be your opinion, but I think the vast majority of these fans would disagree.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect? These are WWE superstars, the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough. There's no off season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
No, there isn't. They got to be here week in, week out, and they go until they can't go anymore.
And they do it all for the WWE fans. Without them, none of us would even be here.
I've got to admit it, I'm impressed by these superstars' performance here tonight.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
This one could still go either way.
It sure could. It's not over until the referee calls for the bell.
The great Khali is a bona fide monster. I feel sorry for anyone who's got to get in the ring with him.
So do I. You get the feeling Khali isn't here just to win matches. He wants to end careers.
You don't see action like this every day.
You sure don't. And we've got the best seats in the house.
We sure do, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
You've never been CM Punk's biggest fan, but I'm sure you can come up with one good thing to say.